everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. If you're anything like me, then you probably have a lot of shirts laying around that don't fit you anymore. Either they've gotten too tight, as was the issue with this shirt, or they've gotten a little too small. And the great thing to do with old t-shirts that we can't wear anymore, if you don't want to donate them because you still love the t-shirt and you still want to wear it, is to revamp it, upcycle it, and turn it into something new. So this is kind of like a muscle tee, kind of like a halter top, got a twisty open back, that's pretty neat, and I hope you guys enjoy how to make this t-shirt. So to start off the shirt, we're going to go ahead and cut off the sleeves. I made the mistake of originally just cutting the sleeves off around the original hem, but we actually need to take a little bit more off, so maybe not quite a full inch away from the seam. We're going to take off a little more of the shirt, so that's just what I'm doing here. As you can see, I'm just cutting past the seam because that part really needs to go, otherwise the shirt is going to be pretty bulky. Now that our sleeves have been cut off, we're going to take our shirt and we're going to give it a good stretch right around where we cut the sleeves off. This is going to cause the fabric to roll along that cut line, and that's going to help prevent fraying of the shirt. Now we're going to neatly lay our shirt out. We're going to have the back of it facing us, and my shirt is inside out for this part. Not that it really matters, but just from the very bottom part of the arms, we're going to start cutting straight across the back of the shirt, and then we're going to braid the back. Now I've rotated my shirt back around to face me, and we're going to cut 3 strips in the back of the shirt. We're going to take them all the way up to the collar, trying to measure them up with the neck hole of the shirt. Now we're going to do the same thing we did earlier, and we're going to stretch the shirt right where we just made our new cuts. Again, this is going to roll the fabric and help keep it from fraying. Now we're going to take these 3 strips of fabric that we have cut, and we're going to braid them all the way down. Now we're going to take our needle and thread and do a very simple under-over stitch. This is just going to make sure that our 3 strands of fabric here aren't going to come unconnected and ruin the shirt. If you don't know how to thread a needle, or if you don't know how to sew, I do have a little tutorial, so I can leave that link down below and I can show you guys how to get a needle ready for sewing. But this is just super easy. You're just coming from the underside, pulling it through, back and forth. It doesn't have to be anything super well done. Make sure that you do try to match your thread up though. I used black here and I should have used a red, but as long as you use a matching color, people probably won't even see it. So just try to do it in a straight line, and just, do your thing. Okay, now we're going to take the red thread and we're going to stitch the braid to the other end of the shirt. If you want to see a better in-depth process of this, definitely go watch that tutorial I just mentioned, because that's where I show you guys how to sew. So it's a little bit better quality video, I guess, if you are wanting to see exactly where I'm attaching this to. But basically it's just the very bottom of where we cut our shirt originally across the armhole area. So we're just stitching that right across to make sure that the braid is attached to the shirt. And once our braid has been stitched back onto our shirt, we can go ahead and trim off the excess part of the braid. That way we don't have a big lump on the underside of our shirt. Once our braid has been reattached and trimmed, we're going to lay our shirt back out flat, and then from the middle of the shirt, we're going to cut it straight up the back to meet the braid. Be sure that you don't cut cut through the braid or the very top part of the shirt where our original cut is, because you don't want to like cut your shirt in half. You just want to have a nice open back to your shirt. And then we're going to go back to stretching the shirt right where we just made our new cuts. Again, this just rolls the edges of the fabric and make sure there's no fraying. So now we're going to cut the collar of the shirt off. Honestly, I should have done this part of the shirt very first, but I was really hoping I would be able to save the collar and keep it. But it just makes everything a little too bulky. So take my advice, don't do what I do, and cut the collar of the shirt off first before you do anything else. You'll save yourself a lot of trouble because here I actually end up cutting completely through the shirt and I have to like sew it because I cut too much off. That could have been avoided, again, if I had cut the collar off before I started doing anything else. But the collar of the shirt does need to come off. And now our shirt is complete. So this is a super easy project, a great way to revamp your old t-shirts. If you did decide to try out this project, let me know in the comments below. I really hope you guys did enjoy the video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.